Hello there. All right. This is Barbara Ragsdale here, independent maker with close to my heart. And if you purchased the Love Notes Scrapbooking Workshop Kit, this particular video is going to show you how to cut your pattern paper. And if you're looking for the cardstock video, that is a separate video. I wanted to keep them separated. So let's go ahead and get started. Just have all your paper ready. We're going to be starting out with this paper first. So let's start with this one. So grab that one. You set that off to the side. Get your paper trimmer. The first step we are going to do is trim off your zip strip, which is this piece right here. And it should be exactly 1/2 inch. I am just lining it up with the 1/2 inch line so that I get the entire zip strip. Okay. I'm not going to do labels on this particular one, but I will tell you this one is going to be 2L. So this means that this goes to the left side on your left layout on layout number 2. So I'm going to start a couple of stacks in front of me, and I'm going to put 2 right in front of me. There will be a 1 stack and there will also be a 3 stack. So I'm just cutting, and then when we get to each layout, you can pull whatever pieces you need out of those stacks. Okay, so let's get this back in here with where the zip strip was up at the top. And our first cut, I'm just looking at my instructions, is going to be 1 inch all the way down. So we're going to have a 1 inch wide strip, and it's going to stay 12 inches long. This one is 2L. So let's just put that in our 2 stack. And then we're going to cut another one, another 1 inch. And hopefully I'll go slow enough. So if you're following with me, the second strip that we just cut, this is also 2, but this one is 2R. So this is going to go on the right side of your page. So I'm just going to still put that in my number 2 stack. The next cut is going to be a 2 inch strip. So keep your paper in your trimmer and let's cut a 2 inch strip. And then let me go ahead and extend my arm. Probably should have gone ahead and extended that. This piece that we just cut, turn that landscape in your trimmer. See if I can bring that down just a little bit. This is going to be cut at 10 3/4 inches. So let's cut that at 10, not 10 1/2, Barbara, 10 3/4. And this piece that we just cut is 1L. So this is going to go in stack number 1. This piece is scrap. We're going to put our paper back in our trimmer and we're going to cut a 6 inch piece, 6 inches wide. This piece here, turn it landscape in your trimmer, and this is going to be a 10 1/2 inch piece. This piece is 1L. So put this in your stack of 1s. This little piece that's left in here, that is scrap. The last piece that was left, this should already be a 2 inch strip, which it is. We're going to turn that sideways and cut a 10 1/2 inch piece. This piece is 1R. So this goes in your stack of 1s. This piece that's left is scrap. Okay. Now we're going to grab the other piece of this and we're going to be cutting this side. So let's go ahead and cut off our zip strip. And the zip strip piece is going to be 2R. So put this in with your stack of 2s. The first cut that we're going to be making with this is going to be a 2-inch. I'm sorry, hold on. I'm backwards here. Let's turn our paper. The zip strip was at the top. We're going to turn our paper this way. Okay. So basically your zip strip piece that came off is on the left side. Let's go ahead and cut a 2-inch. Okay. And then turn your paper horizontal and cut it at 6 inches. So you're going to have 2 pieces that are 2 by 6. These are both 2L. So put that in your stack of 2s. And put your paper back in your trimmer. We're going to cut another set at 2 inches. Turn it sideways and cut it at 6 inches. These 2 pieces are 2R. So this goes into your stack of 2s. The last piece that is left, let's get that back in our trimmer. And we are going to cut it at 6 inches. I'm going to have a couple of small scraps left in this one. So you got a 6-inch, and then we are going to turn it landscape in our trimmer and cut an 11.5-inch piece. Okay, so this big piece that we have here, this is 3L. So let's start a stack of our 3s, and these 2 pieces that were left over, those are scrap. The next piece that we want to grab is this particular piece of paper. And let's go ahead and trim off our zip strip. Okay, and the zip strip is 3L. So put that in your stack of 3s. Our first cut is going to be at 6 inches. So right at 6 inches. And then turn your paper sideways, horizontal in your trimmer. The first cut's at 4.5 inches. This one is 2L. So put that in your stack of 2s. And we're going to cut another one at 4.5. This is 2R. So put that in your stack of 2s. The piece that's left, turn it landscape in your printer. I'm sorry, your trimmer, not your printer. And we're going to cut, this is a 6 by 3 piece. We're going to cut it at 3 inches. So you're going to have 2 3 by 3 pieces off this paper. This is going to be 1L. So one of these goes in your stack of 1s, and the other one goes in your stack of 1s. Okay, so both of those go in your ones. The piece that's left, what we're going to do with that piece is we're going to turn it sideways. So turn it sideways and cut off 2 inches. This 2x6 piece is 3L. So put that with your stack of 3s. The piece that's left, turn it portrait in your trimmer and cut it at 3. So you should have 2 pieces that are 3 by 10. Both of these go in stack number 1. One was one L and 1R. Okay. And the next piece we need to grab is the other side, the other piece of this pattern paper, and we're going to be cutting on this side. So let's go ahead and cut our zip strip off. And your zip strip, we're going to cut this a little bit as well. Put that right there. Your zip strip, you put it in your trimmer horizontal, and we want to cut it to 10 inches. Okay, this piece is 3R. So put that in your stack of 3s. This little piece that's left is scrap. Okay, and then we're going to get our paper back in our trimmer, and we want to turn our paper to where the zip strip part that we cut off is on our left. So whatever piece, whatever side you just trimmed off your zip strip, you want that side to be on your left. And get your paper in your trimmer, and we're going to cut a 5-inch strip. This 5 by 12 piece is 2L. 2L. Put that with your stack of 2s. And then we're going to cut another one at 5 inches. And your second piece is 2R. So you can put that with your stack of 2s. This piece that's left, we're going to turn it horizontal and cut it at 11.5 inches. And this piece is 3L. So put that with your stack of 3s. And this little bitty piece that's left is scrap. Okay. The next piece we're going to be cutting is this one right here. Okay, so let's trim off our zip strip. And our zip strip, we'll put this off to the side here. We're going to turn it landscape in our trimmer, and we're going to cut it to 11.25 inches. So turn it sideways, 11.25 inches. And this zip strip is 1L. And this little bitty piece is scrap. Okay, and then the side that we took the zip strip off, which is, this is my side, we're going to turn it sideways. And we're going to cut it at 3.5 inches. That piece we just cut, we're going to turn it landscape and cut it at 11 inches. This piece is 1L. So stack of 1s. This little piece that I cut off is scrap. Get our paper back in our trimmer, and we're going to cut another piece at 3.5 inches. and then also at 11 inches. This piece is 1R, so you can put this with your stack of ones, and this is scrap. Now with the paper that's left, it is 5 inches wide. We're going to turn that into our trimmer landscape and cut it at 10.5 inches. So this 5 by 10.5 inch piece, this is 1R. And this piece that's left is scrap. And then now we're going to take our last piece of pattern paper, which is the flip side to the hearts. Let's take our zip strip off. Turn that up so I know which way to cut it. And then our zip strip, put that in your trimmer landscape and cut it at 11.25 inches. And this piece is 1R. And then you've got this tiny little bit of scrap, which you could almost fussy cut that out and you have a little heart. Okay, let's get our paper back in our trimmer. And this is the side that I took the zip strip off of. What we're going to do is we're going to turn this sideways. So you want your piece where your zip strip came off of to be on your left-hand side. And we're going to cut it at 2.5 inches. Take that piece, turn it landscape, and cut it at 11 inches. This piece is 3L. This small piece that's left here is scrap. Get your paper back in your trimmer, and we're going to cut a 2-inch strip. Turn that piece sideways and cut it at 10 inches. This 2 by 10 piece is 3R. This little piece that came off is a scrap. And we're going to put it back in our trimmer and cut a 1.5 inch strip. Turn your paper sideways and cut it at 10 inches. And this 1.5 by 10 inch strip is 3R. This little piece right here is scrap. And then the last piece that you have left should automatically already be 6 inches wide, which it is. We're going to turn it landscape and cut it at 10 inches. And this 6 by 10 piece is 3R. And the piece that's left over is scrap. All right, so that is all of the pattern paper. And let me just give you a little idea of, these are all the scraps that you should have left. So you have very minimal scraps, but they are still very usable scraps as well. So I know that y'all can get creative with cards, or maybe doing some extra little heart die cutting with these scraps that are left. So that is the end of the pattern cutting video. Be sure to look out for the cardstock cutting video on my Love Notes YouTube playlist.